Hi, my name is Sean and I'm a lead mitigation specialist here at EPCOR. Today we'll be showing you how to collect a water sample in your home so that EPCOR can test lead in your water. It is important that the water is sampled correctly in order to have an accurate information about your home. As we move through these instructions on how to conduct a water sample, I'd encourage you to pause this video as needed and take time to walk through this entire process. The video will walk you through 7 steps of taking your water sample. Step number 1. Water system self-assessment. Step number 2, preparation for sample collection. Step number 3, selecting a cold water tap. Step number 4, collecting your cold water sample. Step number 5, completing the water sample form attached. Step number 6, ensuring the sample is picked up. And finally, sending the test for processing analysis. Before we get started with our water sample, we need to do a water system self-assessment to ensure that the sample being taken today is directly from the water source, and that the water we are sampling is not going through any type of filtration, water softener, or anything that may interfere ultimately with your final results. First, please check in the basement at the water meter to ensure that there is no water softener or filtration unit. Next, let's look at an under sink unit to ensure that there's nothing underneath, similar to this. And finally, let's look at our kitchen tap to ensure that there's no tap mount filter or something similar to this. If your home has a water softening unit or filtration unit, please set the unit to bypass. If you have any questions about the water softener or filtration unit, please contact your local manufacturer. If you have an undermount filter or kitchen tap filter, here's how to put your unit on bypass to get a proper sample. Located in the top, you'll move your unit to bypass. With the tap mount filter, you'll locate your unit on the side to bypass. Your model may look different than this one, but the process to put the filter on bypass should be similar. Putting the filter in bypass means the water will flow unfiltered to the tap for proper sampling. So, to summarize, there are a few important things to remember before we get started. Do not sample through a filter. If there is a filter connected to your kitchen, ensure that your filter is set to bypass when collecting your water sample. Do not sample from a tap that has a water softener attached, often located in the basement. If you have an aerator on your water tap, do not remove or clean it prior to sample collection. Now let's prepare for sample collection. Let's look at the sampling kit that was provided to you. First, you should have instructions, a water sample form, and your sampling jug. You will also need a pen or permanent marker to write on the label and your form. You can pause this video now and get your pen and permanent marker if needed. Once you have these materials on hand, the next step is to select a cold water tap. You'll need to choose a sample location based on where the water is most often used for drinking and cooking. This will most likely be your kitchen sink. Do not sample through a spigot, which may be located to the right or left-hand side of your sink. If you aren't able to use this tap in the kitchen, you can use a bathroom tap or laundry room tap. You will be collecting a cold water sample, so select your tap you are familiar with and know how to position the handle to cold water. Now that you've selected a cold water tap, let's take a sample and complete our water sampling form. Before you begin sampling today, record on the label with a permanent pen or marker the time and date when the sample is collected. This morning, we'll be sampling at 8:30. Also remember to mark down the sample location. Today, we'll be sampling from the kitchen sink. Now, grab your sample jug, place it below the tap, remove the cap, and turn the cold water on slowly. Be sure to capture all of the water within your sample jug. Fill the sample jug with cold water up to the indicator line on the bottle. Once the water level has reached the indicator line, turn off the tap and put your cap on tightly. Make sure the cap is tight so that there is no leakage. After you take your water sample, please ensure that you fill out the remainder of your water quality form that was provided. This will ensure that you receive your results in a timely manner. Now that your water sample has been taken and you've filled out the form and the label located on your bottle, place them together in a convenient location located outside for pickup from an EPCOR representative. Please ensure the sample kit is out of reach of pets or young children. If an EPCOR representative has not picked up your sample by end of day, please contact your local office. Once your sample has been collected by EPCOR, it will be inspected. due to our stringent laboratory rules regarding collection of water samples. Samples that do not follow the sample collection protocol will be rejected. It is important that your water sample is filled to the indicator line and that your forms are filled out to the best of your ability. If your water sample is rejected, you will be contacted by an EPCOR representative who will deliver you another sampling kit. Accepted water quality kits will be forwarded to our laboratory for analysis. You receive contact by an EPCOR representative with your sample results. Thank you for taking the time to conduct your home water sample today. If you have any questions about the home sampling process, please contact us and we'll be happy to assist you.